Welcome to Blood and Hope Detroit. We are all here tonight, so joy of joys, right? I am Feyla, your storyteller for the evening. Joining me... Oh, people are in wrong places. Hang on, I need to fix something. Glad I realized that.
Well, it's not really wrong places. It's just, Willie J is also Rufus.
It's an easy fix. It's fine. There. See? Fixed. And date's wrong. Doo-doo. Come on. Where is the stupid date? Because tonight is the 11th. Anyway, I'm Feyla, your storyteller for the evening. Joining me is Nenevar playing William.
Hello.
Buttons playing Uriel.
Hello.
Dengle playing Rufus. And Cocia playing Lottie. Fun times ahead tonight. Would Dengle or Buttons like to recap the last game?
We just took a walk through the cemeteries. Nothing happened.
No, certainly nothing spooky or scary.
That sounds completely believable.
Yeah. Let's see. We escorted Valentina's employee back. Had a conversation. Uriel got excited about her private collection of Greek antiques. Rufus initiated conversation with her about his plans for the school. We stayed the night, and then it was off to the cemetery we stayed the day, and then it was off to the cemetery the next night because Uriel got a tip about someone possibly messing around in the graveyard.
And then grave weights happened. And it freaked us out. But we met a new friend, so that's fine.
We
And
did.
liminal spaces and lots of weird things happened that night.
Oh yeah.
Met some deer, too.
Are we sure they were deer?
Who knows? You didn't get close enough.
That's probably for the best that we did not.
So yes, you made a new friend. Were escorted out by said friend's ghoul. And then separated for the evening, I believe. There was a conversation with a ghoul.
Yes.
Whose new name is
Was
Bucky.
not very
Is
long.
Buck.
Yep. Bill Buckney.
So, we will be tackling Lottie's evenings and William's evenings in skits. They will be posted as soon as we can get them out to you. But the aftermath of them will be shown in these games because they know the basis of what will happen. So, look out for those skits as they come. So, with the setting of the sun, all of the kindred begin to wake up from their slumber, if you can call it that. Can I get your rouse checks? And then let me know where you're sitting at.
Okay, so I'm sitting at 3.
Mm.
And I'm still sitting at 3. Thank goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Uriel got hungry, so now they're at 2.
Okay.
William also got hungry and is at 2 as well.
Lottie succeeded, but I believe she is also still at 2 because she never fed from the last time.
All right. So everyone's at 2 except Rufus, who's at 3. If my brain computed that right.
Yes.
So, what would you guys like to do upon waking up? We'll start with Lottie.
Lottie will start her new morning ritual, as it were, and check in with Willow, see how she's doing on her little voyage.
You actually do not get a response. Part of what Valentina had talked to you about is that you leave Willow alone for a month.
Yeah.
So you don't receive
Lottie's
a
having troubles
response.
with that. Just a little bit of trouble. And
Okay.
then she'll take Duncan for a walk.
Okay. Uriel?
Uriel will do their traditional morning routine of getting themselves ready for the day and then checking their phone to see if there's been any further communication about the events of the prior evening.
No. You guys told them you would look in on that, not that they would contact you about it. I believe.
Yeah. I just meant if any of their herd had seen anything or heard anything unusual or related since.
No. And you only have a very small herd, so there's not a whole lot of eyes to spread around. So no, they haven't found anything else. It was pretty surprising they even found that much. Because Tremere and secrets. But you have him looking out. Was there anything else?
Not at the moment. At least not yet.
Okay. William?
William is going to check in with his new ghoul.
Okay. Just doing a hey, how you doing check-in or something specific?
Mainly to make sure that he's resettling back in and not trying to hunt more Kindred.
As long as you continue to provide him Vita, he will not do it. But he'll respond to you with an affirmative that he's doing okay currently.
Right. Also, check in with Chris as well, assuming that he's still staying at William's apartment.
Somewhat. He's been with T the past few nights. So he would check back in with you. Hey, yeah, I'm doing okay. Just making friends.
William will send a thumbs up. And after all that, he'll start planning out his planning to move forward his ambition.
Okay. So just give me a wits and performance roll real fast, and we'll see what you sit on that real fast.
Three successes.
Okay. I was going to say, don't worry about spending willpower on it. It's not really a fail. It's just a progression thing. So somewhere in your notes, notate down 3 successes. If you have a project, one of the projects things that I made, but either way, denote 3 successes for that. So that'll take you a decent amount of time to start working on drafting ideas and coming up with other things. And then Rufus.
First and foremost, I'm waking up. He checks first off himself to make sure he's not having issues. Secondly, checks his phone to see if there's any news that has come up.
From Buck? Or from are you looking for anyone specific?
From anyone that he might have asked.
Buck did send you a text saying, hey, I started working on the thing. It's probably going to take a little bit of time. I'll keep you updated, but might also require some cash.
We'll send a message back. That's fine. I understand these things take time. Just let me know how much you need, and I'll work on it.
I should know by tomorrow.
Good. Just keep me posted.
Will do. You do have another one from Robinson asking where your next sermon is being held. And when.
Right. You'll kind of think on that one for a little bit, and just like, you remember the old school? It's off like northwest of the city, shut down about 10 years ago.
You immediately receive a response back. Yeah, I remember you had talked about it before, but I wasn't sure if that was still where you were doing it or when you were doing it.
It'll be there either tomorrow or the following day. I have to figure out my schedule. I'll let you know by the end of the night.
You get a smiling emoji. Can't wait to hear it.
Hopefully I'll have more of my friends as well. So that might be nice. I have one that might be able to provide some music.
That's great. That'll liven things up quite a bit.
We'll see. Stay safe and keep your eyes out.
You too. Still working on that transfer.
With that, I'll just kind of send the thumbs up. Like, sounds good. If you need something, let me know.
Same to you.
And then he will proceed to go to his van, get ready, and then try to find one of the closer members of his herd and attempt to fix his hunger situation.
Roll. How are you going to do that? Your normal confessional type thing?
Yes.
Okay, give me manipulation, and then you can use your thing in performance with your bonus.
That would be 3 successes.
Easy enough then. You can find 2 of them if you want, because they're relatively close together, but definitely at least one.
Yeah, without taking too much off of one, he'll work on that whole 2 people.
Roll me 1 more dice and let me know if you pass or fail.
That is a fail.
Okay. None of them are on your preferred substance.
Okay. That's fine.
Unless you provide it for them.
Not the first one, but the second one.
Okay. Then yeah, you can take that. I don't remember if that gives you bonuses or not, but I'm sure you have that.
It just keeps me from having negatives.
Okay. We'll have to figure out how much of that you have and how you're getting more, because you've gone through quite a bit of it so far.
Yeah, a little bit.
So just keep that in mind. Okay. So with that kind of basic stuff taken care of, is there anything else you'd like to do?
Give a real quick check in with Chris of, are you good? Do you need anything?
I don't need anything yet. I've just been with T and getting to know everybody. Did you need me for anything?
No, I just wanted to check in. Have a good time.
Thanks. It's been interesting.
Hopefully you're learning all sorts of fun things.
We can do some crazy shit.
I would say teach me, but I don't think that's how that works.
I'm not sure how that works.
I don't
I
think
can ask.
anybody's quite there. But besides that, he doesn't have anything overly pressing, actually.
Okay. So, the night goes on for a little bit. If there's something you guys want to do in the next couple of hours, we'll take care of that.
Lottie's good.
I'm still also good.
Rev does have something that he would like to do.
Okay.
Restock, as it were.
Do you have a what's it called? Contact?
I have a herd. That's about it.
You do have a herd. Okay. Let's see. Roll manipulation and persuasion. Or charisma, but I assume you want the other.
Yeah, I'd much prefer manipulation. That would be 3.
Okay. So it will take you a little bit to track them down. The one who you have purchased from before, or have had purchased for you, who knows how to get things. It's a little bit difficult to get hold of tonight, and when they go to attempt to contact the person they buy off of, they don't receive a response.
Okay. I would just let them know to let me know where to have said transaction made. And I'll go pick it up myself later.
Okay. So yeah, we'll have that going on the back burner as they attempt to get hold of that person. So everyone's good. William, you receive a text. Have you found out anything on Fred yet? It's from Deidre.
Not yet. We'll look into it more later tonight.
Don't have to if you don't want to. Charlotte was just wondering if you had looked into it yet or not.
Not too much.
Okay. You receive a thumbs up. Rufus. Part
Yes.
of after you talk to your one person, I assume you park and had gotten out of your car for a little bit. When you get back to it, there is a young kid sitting on top of the van. Got a hoodie pulled up.
Can I help you?
What'd you do with Kat's guest?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm. You riled up the unicorns.
Is that a problem?
Just wondering what you did.
pointed a wayward soul down a road and let them walk themselves.
Reuniting them with the herd?
Something like that. Usually you show up and either things happen or you want something. So, which of the two is it going to be?
I just want to know what you did.
Oh.
They don't seem to be too happy right now.
I just made introductions. That's all I did.
So you don't know anything then?
I just made introductions. She was
fine.
She was, well, she palled around for a night, and I mentioned that I might know some like her. That's as far as that got.
Yeah, I heard you picked her up from Valentina's.
Yes, she had a package for me in return for her new mask.
Oh, I know. I picked it up.
No. You know what it is?
I didn't look. I don't care. Must have been important, though.
It is.
You can roll
It doesn't necessarily...
wits and insight if you want.
Okay. I got 5 successes with a crit.
He's lying. He totally looked.
That doesn't necessarily seem like you to not look at a secret. So much so that I don't necessarily believe you. That being said...
Just shrug.
Being said, it stays between us. Yes?
Oh, I like keeping secrets.
Most of your kind do.
But what you gonna give me to make sure I don't talk?
What do you want? I know typically it's M80s and other random assortments of firecrackers, but I feel like this one's probably not going to quite cut that.
No, probably not, unless it's a really good one. Or a lot.
Sorry, I don't have access to military-grade explosives.
That's too much. I don't want to deal with that. That means people will come looking. And we've already had too much of that here.
Right. I would
You don't
say
have to give me
come by
anything
one
right now, just remember.
I would say come by one of my sermons and we can, keep things in mind.
I don't like listening to that kind of stuff.
This one you might. I've been writing it up for a couple days now. It's about forgiveness.
Ugh.
It's not other people, it's yourself. I feel like you don't need to, though. You were very young.
Yep.
Now you're not. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
So, that being said, if there's anything after what happened that you feel like you need to forgive yourself for, stop by. If not, I understand.
You really like poking buttons, don't you?
think it's in my blood.
You're almost as bad as I am.
You like poking physical buttons. Mine are more emotional.
I can do that too, I think. You probably don't want me to, though.
Probably.
Like you said, I got a lot of experience in it.
Right. Honestly, you're one of the few in the city that I would actually trust to keep a secret without something immediately in front of them, so...
Yeah, I don't talk to too many people.
Beyond that, you don't get to live as old as we are without keeping your cards close to your chest. You're pretty good at that.
So I don't really get involved in this stuff too much, but there's not really many of us left. What you gonna do with King?
I'm going to allow King to do whatever it is that King wants to do. He is the de facto leader of the Nosferatu. I feel like you don't want it. You wouldn't take it even if it was forced upon you.
Nope.
So that leaves King and Mike. King's a little bit more level-headed. He's easier to point in the correct direction when needed.
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't go after the Zemitzi.
Oh, man, tell me about it. I haven't been in Kat's area for a while because of that, because I don't want to make her mad. You know how she gets when she gets mad?
Unfortunately, I do. I saw it firsthand this time, and promise you, nobody wants that.
Poor guy.
Could be worse. Could have been captured by the Second Inquisition.
Yeah, that would have been bad. We need to make sure none of them come back.
If they do, I'll do the same thing that I did last time.
Chase down a guy and have Cat's people kill him?
Kind of. You don't think I'm going to get my hands dirty, do you?
Oh, no. No, I don't think that. You're too old for that.
Right, and my gangrel decided to run off and try to be a businesswoman.
She did? Aw, I wanted to meet her.
I'll figure out exactly where she is, and I'll let you know.
Hopefully not too far away. Can't travel that much. I can't technically drive.
Legally.
I don't look like I'm old enough to drive. Plus, you know, the face.
That's why you wear a mask when you're driving.
Only if they don't look... Because it goes past it, you know? I'll pull the hoodie back and turn his head and there's just, like, the open.
Right. Hoodie up, mask on. Hide most of it. I would say take the van, but no.
Maybe that's what I could ask for.
No.
And he'll jump down. And he on top of your car is still one of his squirrels. It's bright green against the white.
Why squirrels? Just out of curiosity.
Why not squirrels?
It's just odd. And why green squirrels?
I found them like that, and I thought they were weird.
No,
And then, when you Google things, I mean, they stayed like that. I don't know why. I'm not an animal expert.
That's fair. Were they squirrels from Flint, by chance?
No.
No, well, it would have been fitting.
Yeah, no, I've had these a lot longer than Flint had problems.
Oh. Well, it's been a pleasure. I'm sure by now my new coterie is getting up to something. I should probably check in on that. Let me know what you figure out as far as what you would like.
Yeah, we'll see.
Or if you have something in mind that I could do for you.
I tend to take care of that kind of stuff myself.
Right, but something boring.
That's true. I'll let you know. But don't forget, because I won't.
Right.
And then he'll start walking off and just give you a little wave as he disappears.
Nosferatu are always something. Have a good evening.
So, the squirrel stays there.
He kind of reaches out and was like, "Can I help you?"
It just chitters.
I'm not one of those Ravnos, so I don't understand.
Its ears flick and then it runs off.
I hope you didn't scratch the paint. We have salt here. It rusts.
No response.
And he'll hop in his van. And you just real quick once over, make sure everything's where it's supposed to be.
Wits or intelligence and investigation. It's an easy roll. You know where your stuff is.
Everything looks on level for me.
Did you lock your van when you left?
Yes.
Did you get no successes at all?
Yes. I got 0 successes.
Okay. Everything
And
looks good.
I don't feel like it's worth spending willpower on, so.
Not a big deal. All the major things are where you left them. The things that would concern you are where you left them.
No, good. Safe is mostly untouched.
So, after that unexpected meeting,
He'll just kind of head off into the night aimlessly.
a lot of aimless wandering tonight. So, after some time, you get a message from King. All of you do, except Uriel. Hey, just found out there's another Nosferatu in town. Know anything about it? Have you met him?
You mean the teenager?
No. He's always been here.
Ooh. Oh. Didn't know how. No, I don't.
News to me.
Do you have a location? because I assume that you would like us to go check him out. Well, them out.
I don't care one way or the other. It doesn't fall under me. I thought you'd know because it's up near that school.
Oh, fun. Yes, I should probably check in then.
Heard there were some others with him, but I couldn't get any information. Knowledge is hard to come by anymore.
Unfortunately, the eyes and the ears are gone, so it makes it harder to see and hear as much, right?
Yep.
Okay, well, I'll let you know how the meeting goes.
Please do.
In a separate group chat, including Uriel. Who wants to take a ride tonight? Apparently we have new guests in the city.
Uriel will send a gif of someone excitedly waving their hand.
Allow me to get changed, and I'll be ready to go. I'll try not to be so overly dressed for once.
Yeah, I'll come with. If we still have time tonight, do you guys want to go Fred hunting afterwards?
We
Who's
can
Fred?
absolutely. The Toreador. We can absolutely do that.
Ooh, Tory hunt. I'm in.
Sounds like a full night.
So you all get ready and meet up? Is Rufus picking everyone up? Where are you meeting at?
If a meeting spot is given, Lottie will Lottie and have her car take her.
I feel like we could probably just meet up so Lottie doesn't get too many weird looks.
So yeah, after a while, you all end up meeting up near the school.
Once everybody's together. So, for those of us not in the know with King, we have a new Nosferatu and some friends in town. They are up near where I am working on claiming. Just
How's
so
life?
we all know.
So what's the angle? Is this information gathering, or are we paying a friendly visit?
All of the above.
Gotcha.
It's the friends that I'm more worried about. Who knows who the friends are?
Hopefully nothing we can't handle.
Surely not.
You say that now, don't jinx it.
Question for either William or Rufus real fast. Are you contacting Chris for this?
Probably wouldn't hurt. So yeah, Rufus will contact Chris. And very simply just might need you come up near the school if you can, please.
It takes a minute, but you do receive a response back. You mean that one you were looking into?
Yes.
I'll be there as soon as I can.
Friends are also welcome if they want.
We'll see, but unless you can tell me more, I don't know if they'll want to.
We are checking in on some new arrivals. If they're overly hostile, I might possibly need another set of wheels. The main thing.
Oh, that's probably easy. Let me talk to T and then I'll head up there.
Okay. Like I said, just that area.
You'll get a gif of just someone giving a thumbs up.
Okay. And then start heading up that way.
Well, you guys are already there. I assume that conversation taking place either while you were there or on your way there.
Yeah. We'll also get a hold of the ghoul. Like, if you're still awake and I call you later, I'll give you an address. I need you there.
Yeah, I'm going over paperwork tonight, so I probably won't be sleeping until later.
Okay. Keep your phone on as loud as it goes.
Will do.
William still has a favor to pull with King, correct?
You'll have a minor one, but he's been working with you, and so you haven't specifically called in favors. But he's been overly willing to help. So, depends on what you're asking, but you can definitely ask.
We'll ask him if he knows anything about Fred.
So you get a message back. Don't know anyone by that name. Need me to look into him?
Yeah, he's one of us, specifically Toreador.
Okay. You got a phone number or a description?
Would William have gotten any of that from Charlotte?
Oh, yeah.
Well, just description, but don't know about phone number.
Yeah.
He'll send all that to King.
Yep. Give me some time. I will start working on this.
Thanks, man.
No response back. So, you're at the school. What would you like to do?
Does anybody have any ideas as to how to track down a Nosferatu?
Anyone have Sensei Unseen?
No.
I mean, yes, but
Yes,
highly
but
doubt.
what?
I highly doubt they're going to be standing in the middle of a field.
I'm sure if we gossip loud enough, they'll come up.
I would be
I don't know if
surprised if they didn't already know we were here.
Yeah. I don't think we'll get that lucky for them to just show up while we're chatting.
Give me wits and awareness, everyone.
Can I activate Sense the Unseen?
You can, but that's not what the role isn't for seeing unseen things.
Yeah, but
So your aspects wouldn't count towards this.
2 for me.
3 for William.
Two and a skull if that affects anything tonight.
Okay. Keep that skull in mind.
Is the skull on the hunger die or regular die?
Hunger die.
I got 2 messy criticals.
Oh boy. Okay, remind me what the Tremere one is?
Perfectionism. I packed my book so I don't have it with me, but it was... I remember it was perfectionism.
Hang on, I have it up here. Nothing but the best satisfies the vampire. Anything less than exceptional performance instills a profound sense of failure. Wow. Until you score a critical win on a skill or the scene ends, the vampire labors under a 2 dice penalty to all pools. That's rough.
It's gonna be a night, guys, and I am loving it so much.
If you repeat the action, it's only a 1 dice penalty. If you repeat it a second time, there is no penalty. 3rd time's the charm. Okay,
This
so
is gonna
we
be
have
great.
2 messies. Well, yeah. Good times here. Cocia, you know what yours is? Yours is deferring
have
and
it
you
right
can't do anything
here.
again. You have a more difficult time going against higher generation or lower generations than your own, I believe.
Yep.
Okay. So keep that in mind. You will want to track that penalty. William, you got 3?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, okay. So you see a big old tomcat just walking around.
You guys see that cat?
What? No, where?
I was gonna go and point at it. It's kind of been prowling around us lately.
It's
How
not
about
white,
the-
is it?
No, it is not. It has white on it, but it is not a white cat. It is different shades of orange and brown with a white chin.
I am getting sick of Nosferatu and their animal compatriots.
They're very useful.
I understand that. However, if you knew the conversation that I had earlier this evening, pretty sure my paint is scratched. Not bad, but enough.
I'm
I'm
sure
very
we'll
curious
pop out.
now.
And we live in Detroit. I mean, just a little bit of salt, and it's gonna rust up like a balloon.
Exactly.
Rust up like a balloon?
Quickly, I assume is what you're talking about.
Yeah, you know, the paint, it's gonna get all bubbly from the rust getting. No,
Oh.
is that not a thing here?
No, my apologies. I'm not. I'm not always that great with metaphors.
I think I kind of like mixed one English one and one American one, so there could be that confusion too.
It's fine. How do we get the cat down? And Rufus will actually start calling the cat.
What you doing?
What most people would do.
Okay.
Here, pussy, 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 pussy.
Well, I mean, you spoke of a cat and a cat came, so how could I deny you a charisma and animal can?
So you mean a charisma check? Got it.
Yes.
Oh, hey, I got one.
Just one?
Yeah, just a single one.
The cat hisses and bolts.
Well, at least I took care of that problem. It's lucky I didn't throw something at it.
Maybe we should follow it. Might lead us to where the Nos is staying.
That might be worthwhile. And yeah, Rev will try to track it and follow it.
Yep, give me another. So I will allow awareness or survival to track it. And then wits.
I got 4 successes.
I did not have the cat thing pulled up, so I don't know how many dice it's gonna get. It's gonna get a good chunk of dice for sneaking.
Probably.
But you got 5?
4.
4.
You did.
What did everyone else get?
Oh, my bad. I thought that was just the Rufus thing.
I mean, you guys can
You
all
said
roll if you
wit-
want.
Dude.
Wits and survival, or what was the other one?
Oh, it's wits and then either survival or awareness.
Okay.
3 successes, none of them criticals.
Also 3 successes.
William?
2.
So, Rufus, you are the only one that remotely has an idea about where it went. It's not in line of sight anymore, but you do see some of the kicked up dirt leading off in the direction you know it took off in. So you can follow that. It is going almost following the field to the west, but it has ducked behind fences and other things, so you don't have line of sight on it, but you can follow it for a little bit.
Okay. He will follow it for as long as he can. Meanwhile, grumbling, I wish Debbie was here.
Okay. So,
Yeah, I
Nothing.
understand that. She had a way with cats.
You know, if you just slow blink at them, it's a lot more easier to get them to like you.
I was never a fan of animals.
I like
You know-
the ones that don't shed a lot. The ones that do shed get their hair everywhere, and I can't stand finding fur in my books.
Or all over your clothes.
That's what rollers are for.
Or you can just not have an animal and might have something to do with me living in a van. Anyway.
Oh, nothing accosts you on the little bit of a trip that you're taking trying to follow this cat. So you may be able to follow it for 15, 20 minutes before you kind of lose track of where it is, and you can give me those rolls again. This is kind of going to be done like a 3 and out type of thing, but over a period of time.
I'm gonna spend a willpower.
3.
I got 2 this time.
4 this time.
Ooh. Not good enough.
3 again.
Definitely not good enough. I crit on this one. So you do lose track of it. Do you want to continue going in the general direction you were going, or do something else? And
Just keep going this way then, or
real fast, Uriel, did you subtract only 1 dice this time? Okay.
Why not? Animal might be dumb enough to keep heading in one direction. Who knows?
Okay. So you continue on. You go another 15 minutes, not really finding any sense of where it could have been. Give me that roll one last time, please.
Can William activate heightened senses first?
You can.
5 this time for Lottie.
We'll specifically do sight.
I believe it activates all of them, but
Okay.
Yeah. I got none, and then I got 1 because I spent a willpower because I was like, well, maybe.
William got 4.
okay. So oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, in pursuit of perfectionism, I burned a willpower, and I got 5 successes, pair of crits, finally.
Okay. So William, you believe you see signs of the cat, and you point him out. And then Uriel, you see the cat. The cat had tucked itself down an alley, and you just see the end of its tail flicking around a corner.
Hey, cat. It's okay. And they're gonna kind of bend down and like offer their hand to
So
it.
you're here. The
From where
cat
they
is
are.
like down an alley and
Oh.
around a corner.
Oh, dang it. Okay.
You see
So
the
they'll-
cat. You're not near the cat.
Yeah, they'll take off chasing the cat.
What do the rest of you do?
Follow Uriel.
Yes, onward.
So, Uriel, you are tearing down the alley after the cat, and you round the corner, Give me dexterity and athletics.
One success.
That would not be enough to avoid the person that is standing right around the corner. You run smack dab into a man and get bumped back.
Ooh, sorry about that. You okay?
I'll just kind of peer down at you. What are you doing?
Following the cat. And they'll point at the cat.
The cat has dropped itself on another person's lap. There's someone sitting on some steps. It's a woman. And at this time, the rest of you come up and see this.
Are people breathing?
Wits and awareness. If you still have heightened senses up, go ahead and add it for the sound. Same thing with your auditory thing.
2 successes.
That's enough. The man is not. Rufus, neither is the woman.
Oh, good. I believe you're possibly part of who we were trying to find in the first place. By chance, you wouldn't have an ugly friend, would you?
No, that's just being mean.
Most are, unfortunately.
Don't have to be worried about it, though.
I also don't necessarily want anybody nearby to know exactly what I'm talking about. How long have you been around the city?
Oh, not long.
A couple days, couple weeks, couple months, couple years.
Why do you want to know?
It's well, I may or may not have recently come into claiming part of the city is something that I'm watching over. I'd just like to know who's around the area.
Oh, you've claimed it, have you? And the guy will turn a little bit to look at the woman. Well, we did some asking around, and no one said anyone claimed this.
Like I said, it's a recent thing.
Recent enough that you haven't announced it to anyone. No claim, then.
Let's see here. 2 days ago, announced it to the other major players of the city. Therefore, I do have a claim. And if you would like to have an issue over said claim, we can have said issue. But I would like to try to be amicable.
And where is your claim?
95 north, 8 Mile, and 30 east to Katarzyna's areas.
That's a big... Who's Katarzina?
Oh, you're brand new then.
Told you, we ain't been here long.
Good to know. So you also don't know who I am, nor do you know who Valentina is or Charlotte.
Nope.
No. So who did you ask?
Some people here. Didn't know of anyone that roamed the streets overly much.
Oh, well, that's almost exclusively what I do.
You that weird one in a van?
Oh, so you have heard of me. That's wonderful.
Didn't know you were one of us. And also heard that you were not in this area too often.
Well, like I said, it's a recent thing. I'll be staying in the area far more in coming nights. I assume by us you mean Vagabond.
No?
Then what do you mean?
Well,
Are you Sabat, Anarch? I highly doubt Camarilla.
no, hell no.
Otherwise, you'd be dealing with Ellie and her cult of a organization.
Does anyone deal with Ellie these nights?
She has her uses, but her uses are staying over there.
Fair.
One second. The guy speaks up. Well, you ain't breathing, so I know you're Kindred. That's what I meant. Us, as in like the whole.
I just assumed you meant a specific sect.
How close are you guys to him? I know Uriel bumped off him, but how close did you stay?
Probably about 2 feet.
Okay.
Rev would probably have gotten, not like in his face, but a little bit closer, kind of like right behind Uriel.
Okay.
If Uriel hasn't gotten up.
So you guys can see his eyes are slitted. Like an animal's. Similarly to how Debbie's was.
I assume I know Clan. At least for one of you. The other one, given the recent, prior comments, I would be hesitant to say, but it's certainly a possibility.
You like to stereotype by clans. What do you think I am then?
Well, given the reaction to the ugly comment, if the shoe fits. But I'd be hesitant.
So, the alley is a little dark, but she'll stand up, and the cat kind of hisses at her, and she shoos it off. She steps closer. She's got, like, very crimped hair. It looks potentially natural, but it's poofy. Kind of pretty, actually. I ain't nice.
Like I said, be hesitant to say that.
Yeah,
this one, on the other
they
hand,
are ugly,
is,
but that doesn't mean you have to call them that.
Well, true. But said the ears that are around that might be listening and all that fun jazz. This one, on the other hand, is Gangrel. I knew somebody with eyes just like yours.
Yeah, hard to get away from that.
Unfortunately.
I'm just glad it wasn't
Wait.
anything else this time.
Oh. Had an issue earlier, I understand. Well, I gather.
Nothing happened, but the beast wants what it wants.
Unfortunately. I would say at least you don't have the same issues as I do, but you're one of the few that I'm willing to say is probably worse.
You learn to live with it.
Anyway, do you have any more friends around, or is
Couple.
it just you two? Would you care to introduce us?
I guess. And then you see 2 more people walk out of the house as you say that. One of them is clearly an Nosferatu.
Oh, there they are. Good evening. And you as well. I apologize. I only knew of one of you, and you can guess which one I knew of.
The woman speaks again. Yeah, how did you know?
People talk. When people are looking out for specific things, people talk about specific things.
Talk about specific things. Guess
Yes.
the local Nosferatu heard about us.
You would be correct, specifically about the new Nosferatu. Seeing as there are probably 3 in the city, 4 in the city at this point.
That few?
No,
Issues with hunters.
Well, shit, they aren't here still, are they?
I believe the Zemitzi drove them out.
and then there was an issue where some got dumb. So it was either let a war happen or hand over the offending parties, and well, I don't want a war.
This city's crazy, apparently.
Welcome to Detroit.
Yes, you have absolutely no idea how bad this city can get.
I mean, we heard the Sabat left. And that the city's pretty much free game.
For the most part. I wouldn't necessarily call us organized or having baronies or having states or whatever it is that you want to call it. However, I do have, like I said, I have a loose claim over the area simply due to the fact that I am attempting to make at least parts of the city better than they have been and traditionally are.
And at this point, the other woman speaks up. So, what is What's gonna happen here?
Well, you introduce yourselves officially. I'll introduce myself officially. They can choose whatever it is they want to do. They don't actually live here. So they don't necessarily have a say or, well, a stake in this exchange yet. They can if they want to, or they can be jerks and not.
The first woman speaks up. Fine, I guess. I go by Buffy. And the gangrel says, yeah, my name's Hunter. The other woman, I'm Sylvia. Then the Nosferatu speaks up. I'm Spike.
Well, it's nice to meet all of you. I'm Rufus.
I'm William.
Lottie.
Seeing as I ran headfirst in you, I think it's only fair that I introduce myself. Apologies. You can call me Uriel.
The Nosferatu speaks up. Yeah, what were you chasing X for?
We were trying to find you.
Great.
Beautiful cat.
He'll pick the cat up by its scruff, and it's a big cat. It's kind of fat too, and he'll start like quietly meowing at it. In an angry tone.
There's very few things that you get used to when it comes to people talking to animals, and this is certainly not one of them.
You're around it long enough, you get used to it.
You would think. Now, do you plan on staying in the area for an extended period of time?
Sylvia speaks up. Well, we didn't move to the city just to immediately leave again.
Some people do. And I
I
can
get it not
understand
being
it.
a long-term plan for most people. Because, like, yeesh, it's a little rough around here.
And that's what I'm trying to fix. So since you're going to be in the area for an extended period of time, you should probably know that the abandoned school not too far from here, the plan is to acquire it, fix it, and then run a sort of base of operations out of there.
Oh, I certainly didn't have plans to take it.
If you had the funds to acquire it and fix it, I'd be surprised, frankly.
Well, I could probably scrape something together. Seems like a big sink.
Large project. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, and we walked around the
However-
inside. It's pretty rough.
Seen worse. Slept in worse. I've slept in worse recently, actually.
Vagabond. You're a Ravnos, aren't you?
you're smarter than a lot of us, actually. Pretty rare, so it's a hit or miss whether or not people even know that we exist. Not as rare as Salubri, of course, but close.
Not many are. And someone needs to be the brains of this operation.
So, have money or access to money. You're not. And he just kind of like glances over at William. So I would put you as either Ventru, but again, that one's hit or miss. Ministry or Malkavian.
Found the brains of this operation now too, didn't we?
No, that's actually her, and points at Lottie. Or, well, them, and points at Uriel. I'm just observant. Also, willing to put money on older than all of you.
Would you like me to find out?
No, it's quite alright.
And Sylvia will kind of pull the jacket that she has off to the side a little bit. You can see a tattoo of a skeletal snake, like wrapping around her chest, like tails up at a collarbone, it dips down, and then the head is up at the other side. Gotta go with the snakes.
Could be worse.
We do have an established ministry presence here. Have you been in contact with them yet?
I have not. I didn't know there was one here. Probably don't run in the same circles.
I haven't had too many dealings with them personally, but I know they're around.
It's good to know. I'll look them up.
They threw quite the interesting little auction not long ago.
Interesting.
So, now that introductions are out of the way and you have a general idea of where I'll be operating out of once it's up to par for actual operations, I assume that one of you has a cell phone.
Yeah, of course we do.
I figured.
We aren't the Camarilla.
Exactly. Some still are weird about it, but usually they're a little bit more paranoid than necessarily required.
I mean, as long as
Or
you
they-
don't go screaming ministry, Ravnos, vampire, you should be fine.
Right, or deliberately do something that violates the masquerade.
Oh, I meant in texts. So they can track that.
Oh, absolutely. So, I'm going to leave my phone number with you. If you need something, let me know. I might make something happen.
In the middle of you talking, your phone goes off.
He'll finish the sentence. And then take his phone out and be like, excuse me. And he'll look to see who it's from.
Chris is calling.
1 second, and he'll step away. Yes.
Hey, you told me to meet you at the school, but your van is here, but you're not.
I said wait at the
What's wrong?
This might be a friendly meeting. However, still stay there just in case.
Okay, I just got
he'll-
worried you don't really leave this too far from where you are.
Oh, I'm not too far. We chased a cat, and, well, we found a group.
Okay, let me know if you need me. He's here with me.
Good. Just give us a minute, and I'll call you back.
Okay. While Rufus is taking that phone call, did the three of you want to say anything?
How long have you guys been in Detroit?
The woman with the blonde, just crimped hair. 3-4 days now?
Yeah, you guys, lucky you came when you did. Things were a little hectic for a good while.
That's so.
Yeah, like Rufus said, the whole avoiding war and hunters.
Yeah. Glad we missed that one. I enjoy a good brawl now and then, but I don't want to get involved in anything like that.
Oh, and we also found a Niktuku.
What's that?
Nosferatu that likes to hunt other Nosferatu.
And Spike will speak up finally, putting the cat down. Yeah, I'm glad we avoided that one.
So the rest of you were there when that happened as well? Uriel will direct to Lottie and William.
Yeah, we were the ones who found it, actually.
Technically, I kind of missed most of that. Or some of that, but...
William, you'll have to tell me more about that. Deidre gave me a little bit, but I'd like to hear a first-hand account at some point.
Yeah, it was weird. It was kind of like he was kind of hanging on the edge of being frenzied and not being frenzied.
So are you sure it wasn't just a white?
He was
Uriel.
talkative.
Yes.
Make an intelligence roll for me real fast.
Just straight intelligence?
Yeah, just let me know how many successes you have.
Three.
The mindset he talked about is a little familiar to you. Continue, William.
He also did give him blood that didn't really seem to satisfy him, and also, as soon as he saw King and Mike, he immediately lunged for them.
You gave an unknown kindred your own vitae while they were on the edge of frenzy?
Rather than him completely losing it.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, I think that's debatable.
Nope. It seemed like a good idea in the moment.
Don't they always? I would be careful with your vitae. It is more powerful than you know.
Rufus, you came back during William's spiel.
Rufus is gonna kind of like stare at William. You gonna tell them how that ended?
Mike and King and me, Rufus shot him.
Yes, between me, Mike, and King, we dispatched said Nick Tuku. There was an intelligence behind the eyes. Not exceedingly so, but more than some.
Did you get to observe them for any extended length of time before they were disintegrated?
Well, the drive from the station to the bookstore is about all we had. And then they decided to lurch at King and Mike. At which point, that was their last mistake.
Of course. Swimming in and out of lucidity, you say. Tell me, were there points when they felt when Were there points when it looked like they didn't fit their own skin?
I wouldn't necessarily say one way or another. That was the least of my worries, is whether or not they fit their own skin. Why?
This is not a conversation for recent acquaintances. They'll smile politely at the others.
Sylvia. Oh, you can continue talking all you want.
I know better. And they'll look pointedly at William.
So, turning to the new group. Last point that I wish to make before we're going to leave you to your doings. Well, you don't belong to anyone. If somebody messes with you, let me know. There's literally only 2 people in this city that I will not retaliate against. One being Katarzyna, for the simple fact of she will literally eat me. And not in the normal sense. The second one being someone I owe a favor to. I don't tend to owe favors, so keep that in mind.
Buffy will speak up. Eat you, but not in the normal way. What does that even mean?
You would rather not find out.
Right. I'm assuming you don't mean, like, feeding off a Kindred.
No. You would never see me again if myself and Kat had issues. There's not many here older than me, and she's one of the few. She's from Poland. At least that's what I've come to understand with her. And therefore she's been around for more than a couple centuries.
Sylvia. Old? And she's that old? Or, well, I'm assuming you mean she's very old.
Like I said, more than a couple centuries.
Right, we won't be messing with her. Where is hers?
The unincorporated parts of Detroit that are technically other cities. So Hamtramck and the surrounding areas.
All right. Well, we won't be going there then.
That would be wise. And if you
Certainly.
do announce yourself, it's very big on domain.
So she follows the old ways?
Yes,
Okay.
to a certain extent, of course.
Good to know. Thank you for the warning.
That's exactly what that is.
Noted.
That being said, there are other dangerous parties in the city. However, willing to at least attempt to go against them if the need arises.
You're being fairly open about this.
Figure if you're going to be in, and he does air quotes, what is my domain? I should at least let you in on exactly where I stand. Do I want to fight anyone? No. I am actually having quite a good working relationship with most everyone except for Ellie, which is south of the expressway.
So you mentioned Ellie a few times. Who is that?
She was kicked out of the Camarilla. I have rumors. I haven't tested the rumors because it's not something that I personally want to even attempt to test. It has something up to do with she is sick and can pass it on to people.
What clan?
Malkavian.
The mad.
Oh.
Exactly. I'm not going anywhere near her or her kind.
Spike will pop in again. So, you seem to know everyone. We only got some hints and rumors about who was who because we didn't want to go knocking at doors. Who else is here that we need to worry about?
Well, Spike, technically speaking, you fall under King's jurisdiction slightly due to land proximity, but even that's, he doesn't want to be in charge of anyone. So, congratulations, you're loosely, if you need something, you can go to him. The quote-unquote leader of the Nosferatu. Then we have Charlotte, that is downtown, that is Toreador. We are friends. Please don't do anything against her. And I use that term fairly loosely as much as we can be friends. Or friends. Then we have Valentina, and she is Ventru, and she is over the casino. Again,
Which one?
rather you not. The big one, I don't know the exact name of it. I don't gamble. Greek town, though, that's all I know.
I think I know where that is.
Yes. Again, please don't do anything to cause issues with her. I've only recently been introduced, and I would like to not burn that bridge before it's even built. And then there's Cassidy, which, go ahead and burn that bridge if you want. She's Bruja. She's and everything.
Buffy will cut you off. And what's wrong with that?
She's strong-willed, and she'll let you know that she's strong-willed. She doesn't. Play
As
well
she
with
should.
others. Right. But she doesn't play well with others. She wants to call herself an anarch, but she doesn't really know anything about being an anarch. It would make more sense to just call herself unaffiliated.
They'll kind of give each other a look. Just saying she's an anarch, huh?
That's what she wants to say, isn't that right, Lottie?
That is indeed what she says.
And the information that she gives on the subject is about as solid as...
Yep.
Yeah.
That's literally what she said. Liminaria. Now you're a baron. Congratulations.
Yes. And the information that she gives on the subject is about as solid as mercury at room temperature.
I see. Maybe we'll have a pop in. Where is she at?
She's out east. You have to go
Past
through
the-
Cat's area.
Or if you don't want to go through Cat's area, there's always the Chantry's domain.
You have one of those here.
Why wouldn't we?
They're not everywhere.
To be fair, they're not... Yes, we have one, and I think I'll leave it at that for now.
Well, that's either very good or very bad.
I haven't dealt with them much, so I can't even tell you. I knew they were around, but specifics, not so much. Also, there is a cemetery that you should probably avoid. It's for your own good. Not because the person that lays ownership over it is overly dangerous. However, they are, well, used to be Cappadocian, but the cemetery itself is odd. It is north of the city. It's the exceedingly large one.
I see. Well,
Woodlawn.
good thing none of us are looking for bodies to feed off of.
Yes. So that kind of gives you the lay of the land, as it were. Like I said, don't intentionally cause issues, but if you're going to cause issues with anybody specifically, choose the one that doesn't play well with others. If you have to.
I would loosely say we're probably closer to anarchs than anything else, so might be interesting to go talk to her.
Just, if you do, let me know how it goes.
You have given quite a bit of information to us.
Right. You know how this works. Information isn't necessarily free.
Right. And you didn't name a price beforehand.
Right. An open-ended, smaller favor. Nothing that would inherently risk anybody could even possibly just be go pick up things for me. Would be a probably one-time thing. The information that I have given you isn't necessarily sensitive and hard to find either, so I feel like that's in line.
Well, I pride myself on being able to procure things people want.
Good. So, I'll
Call
be
it
in
Clan
touch.
Pride.
It's funny how that works, isn't it?
Hmm.
Some of us have pride in our clans, others don't.
They always go for certain personalities. That's fair enough.
Still trying to figure out why I was chosen, but then again, maybe there's not a reason.
It's not always. They don't always pick right.
Maybe that's the case then. Anyway, we have other matters to attend to. So, but I will be in touch. If you decide to leave the area, please let me know.
Will do. We'll exchange numbers. Do you want just mine or all of ours?
Well, if you're all going to be staying here, I feel like it wouldn't hurt to have all of yours.
They will all exchange numbers with whoever wants them.
Obviously, Rufus would give them all his number.
So I understand you apparently are leading this thing?
I have the transportation. I
Also the
have
silver tongue.
It's funny since we have a Toreador and a Ventru in our midst as well.
I'm not great with other people.
Are you palling around with the tower?
Fresh out.
Me?
Tremere, Ventru, Toreador. Seems like you got a solid foundation there.
Now who's playing up the stereotypes?
I never said it was wrong to do.
It wouldn't be necessarily wrong to play that stereotype. However, William is non-typical for a Toreador for the most part. Has some of the common traits. Lottie is exceedingly smart. Or his personability, it depends on the day. And I do mean that with the utmost respect. And then as far as Uriel, I don't think there's much typical about Uriel. Which in this particular case is a good thing.
Uriel just kind of smiles politely.
I see. Well, when you decide what you want us to do, Rufus, give us a call.
Absolutely. Now, said other matters to attend to. I will be in contact.
But of course, don't let us keep you.
And Rufus will start walking back to the school.
Lottie waits for half a second and then follows Rufus.
Okay. They don't stop you. The cat does follow you for a little bit.
Well, you won't pet the cat if it gets close.
Oh no, not that close. And if you go for it, it does hiss and spit. Does not want to be touched by you guys. But it is following. And what were you gonna say, buttons for Uriel?
I don't know, just that they'll follow out.
Okay. So you all leave the alley, get onto the main street. Not really anyone there. Cold. It's a very damp evening.
Once the cat stops following us, he'll call Chris.
The cat doesn't leave the alley. It'll just escort you out to the alley, or to the end of it, and then turn away and walk back.
Okay. So yeah, immediately calls Chris after that.
Hey, okay, so what do you need?
Turns out it was a more friendly meeting than could have been. The Ministry, Bruja, Gangrel, and Nosferatu.
That only means so much to me, but okay.
Right, I assume that you know 3 of them.
I know
That
the
last one.
names.
Right. For long and short of it, they're new. I wanted to judge their intentions. They seem to be allowable.
Oh wait, the Ministry, that's the auction you took me to, right?
Yes. This is a new one that I don't believe is connected.
Oh.
That being said, they pride themselves on acquiring things, so if there's something large, well, not exceedingly large, but if there's something big that you need, I could possibly ask a favor. They owe me one.
I mean, I can't think of anything I need. I got my stuff. Place to go that's not a couch would be nice.
Right. Something solid.
Yeah.
That's fair. Give me a little bit. Actually, I know somewhere.
Okay.
I don't know if you necessarily want to stay there, but I know somewhere.
Well, I'd have to go see it, I guess.
We'll talk later.
Okay, I guess I'll tell T that we're not needed unless you need us for something.
No, I do appreciate it, and your time will be compensated in one way or another.
Okay.
You and T. I understand that you could have been doing other more productive things, so I'll make sure that you're compensated.
Okay, I mean, she just want to walk around the school, so that's what we've been doing.
No, that's perfectly fine. Didn't break anything, right?
No.
Okay, good. Because I don't want to have to fix anything more.
Yeah, it's bad in there.
Yeah, the roof needs to be fixed first. So
I noticed.
and then we can worry about everything else.
All right. Bye then.
Yes. Have a good evening. Stay out of trouble, please.
I've been trying.
Been doing well, so I'll give you that much.
Then he hangs up.
Rufus, do we need to perhaps look into an apartment building or something for the little thin bloods?
That might not necessarily be the worst idea. I'm unsure of most of their housing situations, but in the same vein, I believe I have a house that I can use at least short term that the current occupant has been told to vacate.
Okay, well, I'll get in touch with my realtor and maybe I can find a place that we could buy and be less suspicious for them.
As long as it's solid and it doesn't have too much of a criminal element that is currently there. Understand that it might have it. I see no problems here.
Okay, so better than the school area, but not quite as over-the-top fancy as my personal taste. Somewhere more middle, low middle.
Somewhere that if I could sleep in the same spot 2 nights in a row, I would probably stay.
I'll get several options, and you choose which one you think is best then.
That's fair.
So you're about halfway back to the van now. William, you have still not heard from King.
Yeah, it's probably fine. He just needs a little time.
So, you guys eventually make your way back to it. What would you like to do?
So, search for King.
Fred.
Is anybody or Fred?
Okay, that makes more sense. I was like, why do we need to search for King?
So, real fast, William, some background information since we haven't gotten to the skit yet. Lawrence was looking into Fred, and that's why he was where he was. That was the last area they had tracked him to. So, roughly between the Chantry and Kaz's area. Go ahead, what you were saying, Rufus, I'm sorry.
I know what I would go off of is the last known location. Also, I assume that somebody has contacted King to attempt to hack their phone or whatever they can do regarding that matter and find them that way.
Yeah, I gave that information to King earlier, asked if he could help out. But Charlotte pretty much said that it was in the general area where Lawrence went missing. That's where he was last known.
If I may, could I get a little bit of background on this Fred character?
He's Chris's sire. He's a thin blood we've taken under our wing.
Yes, I've met Chris. Is there anything else I should know about Fred, considering he's in Tremere territory, apparently?
He's a rose. And he's been missing for what? 3
Pretty much
weeks?
since he turned to Chris.
4 weeks. It's been quite a while.
Is that why we think he's lying low? Because he made a thin blood?
I think it has more to do with he made a thin blood and then didn't take care of him afterwards.
Yes, and Charlotte specifically wants to talk to Fred.
I will not go prying into the rose bush. Let's go.
So headed down that way.
Okay. It's gonna take a little bit to get there, but the roads aren't too bad tonight.
On
Might
the
hit
way,
a pothole or two.
yeah, that's why he's got lift kit on it. On the way, we'll send a message to King saying New Nos is in with a couple other non-Nos. They've been looked into and seem to not be as dumb as some that have been around recently.
Well, that's good. I was gonna have Mike reach out if you hadn't found him.
Would Rufus know an actual address? Or a general address?
I assume you would have looked at the addresses when you were either on entering the alley or when you were around the area. So yeah, you could give a general address.
Okay. They hang around and gives the address with a gangrel and Bruja and Snake.
I would almost say that's a weird combination, but it's almost not.
Right. Like the reverse of what I hang around with. 3 misfits and a non-misfit.
Yeah, a
Then you
little
have-
bit.
So, that's the good news. Other good news, I've told them to contact me if they need something. I've also told them about you and the fact that, well, they technically fall under you. You don't necessarily want to deal with it. So, unless if that's changed.
Mike's been talking me into it. I still don't want to, but if I need to.
Okay, so until you're fully committed to it, I'll just deal with issues as they arise.
Sounds good to me. I'm content with that.
So yeah, beyond that, Rev's just driving.
Okay. So, not too long after that, you do make your way to where the house was. You had Buck vacate there, so he is staying elsewhere currently. Oliver is there. If you go in.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Oliver is there, and he has what appears to be a tablet in front of him. And he looks up when you guys enter. Gives a little wave. I wasn't expecting you guys here tonight.
Understood. However, a couple things. William, I assume that you have a decent description of who we're looking for.
Yep.
So,
up to Oliver.
Hmm?
So am I passing that off to Oliver?
yes. Have you seen those individuals?
You know, I might have. I didn't really pay attention.
Okay. Where did you see them?
Ooh. Oh man, it was down closer to the water, I think.
Okay. By chance, you don't know what you were landmarks that you were closest to?
No. I was a little out of it at that point.
With the whole need for, well,
Yeah.
okay.
That's where we got that. Well, not where. But like I think we first saw the thin blood there.
Right. Mind taking a ride with us? We'll get you back as unscathed as we physically can.
Looks to William.
Yeah, you're good to ride with us.
Boss says I go, I go.
Feel like maybe being down there again, something will jog a memory.
It wasn't on the waterfront, but it wasn't crazy far away.
Okay. Just give me general directions and I'll make sure we get in the area.
Okay. I assume he's sitting passenger to guide you.
Yeah, probably.
Back's getting a little cramped. But
So William's on the bed.
Probably.
so you make your way
Rav, you
down.
need a new...
What?
Said Rav, you need a new bed.
You do realize I can't feel it when I go to sleep, right? So I don't care. It's
What's
for
something to look up
appearances.
to?
It's just for appearances, and there's more important things to spend money on. For a long time, it was literally just a board. So yeah, Rev will make his way down there.
So you are directed down there, and it's actually not terribly far away from where you know the Thin Bloods were with Chris. It's not immediately there, but it's not crazy far off.
Okay, so Rev will just kind of ride around trying to jog a memory in the general vicinity of
Yeah, I'm not remembering much more than this. We were both really out of it. I'm surprised I remember it all.
Okay.
He was talking to a couple people, I think.
Do you remember what the people might have looked like?
Someone had a hoodie or a sweatshirt.
That isn't overly helpful, but understandable.
They might have been bald. I don't really remember.
They didn't look like a teenager, did they? I doubt
Maybe? I don't know.
it. Wonderful.
Thin, darker skin.
No, definitely not that teenager. Thin, darker skin, bald. Does that sound like anybody to any of you?
I don't know. Storyteller does it.
Go ahead and roll wits and too bad they don't have like a memory one. Insight? What's an insight?
As good as I can do. 4 successes.
5.
1, and that's as good as I can do.
Rufus?
I said wits and insight.
Yep.
A bunch. 4.
Okay. So, everyone except William immediately has Cassidy come to mind.
You gotta be kidding me.
Do we have contact information for the Baron herself?
Do we, Miss Anarch?
Oh, so funny. But yes, I do have her information. Unless she's changed it because she doesn't want to deal with me. She knows what she does.
Oh. Might do well to give her a call. Set up another meeting. Say that I have a deal with her or something. Who knows? Or you have a deal with her. I don't really care. False guises and such.
I'll try my best to get the meeting set. And Lottie will step away and try to make the phone call.
So, it rings. No pickup.
Voicemail?
You can leave one.
Alright. I'll leave a voicemail then. Be like, Cassidy, it's Lottie. Want to make a meeting about a deal. Get back in touch with me whenever you can.
Okay. So you leave it there. It is getting rather late in the evening. But you still have a little bit of time. Before you start to get worried. Or I guess I should say early in the morning. So, you've left a voicemail. You haven't received anything back yet. What would you like to do?
Rev will get a hold of Chris.
He'll pick up after a few rings. Yeah?
I'm gonna pick you up. Where are you?
Where you found tea last time? Why? Everything okay?
Yes, but showing you at least your temporary sleeping facility.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yes, I believe there will actually be a bed involved in this one.
I know I can't really feel it, but I'm really excited for that.
So, Rev will start making his way there.
Okay. So, it's a very short drive. And Chris is waiting, and T is standing next to him, and they're just chatting.
He's gonna step out and address both of them. And then, have either of you given or laid eyes on somebody that kind of looks like... Then he just kind of pauses for a minute and says, I don't know how old you are, so I'm not going to use the immediate reference that comes to my mind. But then just gives like a general idea of what Fred looks like.
Chris will get a look on his face like he's thinking real hard. He's struggling, but he's thinking.
Yeah.
And Teal also think for a minute. I might have seen him once or twice. I don't know. We don't really have a huge area.
Recently or no?
Week, maybe 2. Not too far off.
You wouldn't have perhaps seen them talking with Cassidy?
Now that's the thing. She's talking to all sorts of people.
Right.
Then Crystal, I think he was at the club.
Yeah, I figured you would have seen him. We have things to talk about privately.
Why are you asking about Cass's and who she's talking about? Or to?
We're looking for this particular individual. And last person that we know, not with an absolute fact, but with a idea that he talked to was Cass. So
Yeah, she's got all sorts of people that are in and out of her spot.
I'd be willing to pay for information on that.
Yeah,
I don't have a ton.
suspicious.
I don't have a ton. However, Lottie does, and I believe Lottie is also
Yes, very interested.
interested.
I don't really have anything off top of my head. We don't really get along too well, but I can see what I can dig up, or what one of the others can dig up.
Descriptions. If you can get names, cool, but just descriptions.
Sure. Won't
We
be
have other ways
tonight, might not be tomorrow, but I'll start working on it.
Oh, that's fine.
We have nothing but time, after all.
Isn't that the truth?
It's unfortunate as well, but it is what it is.
That's all you want. Names, maybe. Descriptions, that's it? And you'll pay?
From there, I can probably get more information.
If we get more, we get
If-
more. If we get more for you, you give us more.
I will, yes. If you can, makes and license plate numbers from cars, if you can get that. Don't overstress that, though. That can also help.
Probably get that.
Yes. And depending on how helpful you are, I might be able to help you out tenfold.
We'll talk about that later, but let me see what I can do.
Look forward to seeing what you can scrounge up.
Me too.
With that'll kind of turn to everybody else. And so unless if we want to be packed in like sardines, which I assume you probably don't.
Don't
Is this
worry,
where
I'm
we-
already on it. I'm calling my car. Anybody else want to ride with me instead of with Rufus?
I mean, I'm pretty close to here. I could just walk.
Whatever is your prerogative.
I'll just get the right back with that.
So we have Oliver, Chris, Rufus, and William in the van. Lottie in her own car. Where are you headed?
Lottie will head home.
And is Uriel going with Lottie, Rufus, or walking?
We'll
Or
walk.
finding another way?
They'll walk.
Okay. So we will get to Lottie and Uriel in a little bit. Rufus and William. You make your way to the house. It's not
Yep.
terribly far off. It is on the way, Uriel, if you did want to catch a ride with them.
They're probably all peopled out by now. They'll
Okay,
walk.
fair enough. So, Rufus and William, what would you like to do on your drive?
Basically tell Chris that that's who her sire is. And that if he sees him again, I need to know immediately.
Yeah, I'll let you know. I don't really want to see him again, though.
Right. But if you see him again, I need to know immediately.
Yeah.
It's urgent, but not dire. So don't confront them. I don't know how strong they are. And frankly, I don't know how physically strong you are either. Nor do I really want to find out, because it just causes issues.
Okay. I don't know what that means, but okay.
Like, don't attack them.
Oh, yeah, no, I don't like fights.
Certainly hope not. Makes our lives easier.
Yeah, I just kind of want a boring. I don't want anything exciting.
So, yes. That's what your sire looks like. That's who your sire is. Congratulations, we've solved a great mystery for you.
Yay.
It's not like you wanted to know, but feel like you're at least worthwhile to tell.
Thanks? I think.
Look, if I'm telling you things, it's probably a good thing.
Okay.
It means I like you.
I like you guys too. You're just really, you have a lot of exciting things going on. And not exciting in the good way.
Right. You're not
Just
wrong.
be happy we don't have a Moncavian running with us.
They're the ones that see things, right?
Yes.
Well, I'm real glad I don't have to deal with that.
I'm sure that's a pain to have to deal with.
Yeah. Because, like, I didn't know that Thin Bloods could, like... They were surprised that I had, like... The Toreador thing where I just get, like, hyper-focused. I guess that's not really normal. I'm real glad I don't have to see things. Thanks for not being a Malkavian, Fred.
Yeah. It's not a common trait.
Yeah, they were real surprised the first time it happened. Guess only like one or two of them had that problem.
What are the others that have that issue? If you know, or what were their issues?
Oh, well, one of them's T. She gets like really strict.
Oh. That makes sense, I guess. She's the leader of the group, so.
Yeah. When she gets in a mood, like, just listening to her makes it a lot easier.
Yeah. Just stay subservient in that particular instance. It'll help it pass faster.
Yeah, it only happened once, but, like, that's what the others told me.
Yeah. And I hope the other one's not, like, they grow bad ears or something.
Some of us do that?
No, but yes, but no. Gangrel can. They're animalistic.
Oh, right. That's the clan that's like kind of like werewolves, but vampire werewolves.
Yes, but better.
No. No, that one just like really intensely wanted to know everything about me.
Good to know. Keep your secrets.
I did, sorta. They were like really persistent, like would not leave me alone.
Right.
Those are the only ones I saw.
Good to know. Eventually I'll ask more questions about them, however. Baby steps. And I'll ask them the questions, not you.
Okay.
Out of respect.
That'd make me feel a little bit better. So you've pulled up to the house at this point.
Yep. Walks inside. So there are 3 of you living here. Where's the 3rd bedroom? Or at least the 3rd bed.
It's upstairs.
Chris, congratulations, you have a new room. Let's go.
Chris will go upstairs with you. Oliver, we'll show you where the steps are. It's the door next to the one you opened in the kitchen.
Oh, nice.
So one leads down, one leads up.
Nice. So yeah, just take Chris upstairs, leaving William with Oliver.
We'll get to you two in a second. Lottie, is there anything you'd like to do?
Lottie, checking her phone, sees that Willow has not responded, hasn't even read her message. Tries not to panic, and remembers Valentina's message to her warnings and stuff, and will instead pull out some really nice stationery and just start writing Willow a note to give to her whenever she.
Okay. I assume you'll spend a good chunk of the rest of the night on that.
Yep.
Okay. Uriel. On your walk back, nothing really happens. You see a few people out walking, not too many. What's an awareness?
Three.
So as you hit some of the more open green spaces where there's trees and such, you swear you see a weird squirrel. Just for a second. Must have been a trick of the eye, though. It wasn't the normal color.
Must have been. They'll keep their eyes peeled for more as they continue walking, but I'm sure they won't find many more. After all, it was just a trick of the eye.
You do not. But other than oddly colored squirrels, you make it back to your haven without any issue. Is there anything you would like to do for the evening, or any place you would like to go before reaching the haven?
They won't stop anywhere, but they will check their phone one more time before they settle in for the day sleep.
You have...
Make sure they hadn't missed anything.
You have no notifications currently.
Okay.
Alright. So, we'll check back with you two once more before the day sleep. William, you are left with Oliver.
So, how's the new tablet working for you?
Still getting a feel for it, but looking like it's working good. He'll show you a couple of the sketches he's done. Nothing huge yet, but just the outlines of them.
Alright, looks better than what you did first night.
Yeah, I'm better at drawing on tablet than paper. I am also still scared, but not as scared as I was that night.
Makes sense.
Is there anything else you wish to discuss with him?
Nah.
Rufus, you are upstairs with Chris. The room looks relatively lived in. There is 2 windows. one on either side. It is kind of like a bungalow area, but like it looks converted. So it was probably an attic that at one point had somehow been converted.
Okay. Once inside, Rufus will shut the door. Does this work?
Yeah. We just probably have to tape up the windows. Like, I can be out in the sun, but it's not super comfortable all the time.
Right, we can work on that shortly. A couple things. Your new friends, are they of level head? They're not trying to get you into anything that could be deemed dangerous, correct?
No, not really. So far, they've just been, like, teaching me about Kindred stuff.
Okay. Do you enjoy being what you are, or would you like to be more than...
I like being able to go out in the sun.
Okay. If you had the chance to not be thin blood, would you rather that or no?
I mean, it doesn't really bother me. I can still do stuff.
Ask around your friends. See the reactions that they might have.
Okay. Is this like a delicate thing or?
Extremely. The
Okay.
information only gets to me, and it's only in person. Okay?
Okay.
I like to
I
have
mean, like,
contingencies.
If I have to be something, I kind of like this because, like, it's not really crazy difficult or anything.
Right. I'm not going to make you do anything that you don't want to do. There's a reason why, well, yes, I have been feeding you. It hasn't been a controlling feeding.
Yeah, I didn't tell anyone about that.
I appreciate it. That stays between us, and it's simply just to make sure that when I tell you to call me if you get into trouble, you actually call me.
Yeah,
No
it makes
offense
sense
meant
to
by
me.
this. Offense meant by this. However, you're not the brightest crayon in the box, so decision making might not be the best. I just want to make sure that you stay safe.
Yeah, I know.
Part of you reminds me of me, so I feel bad for you in a certain sense.
Like, I don't want people to, like, pity me or anything. That's not good.
Oh no, it's not a pity that you were thrust into a bad situation, kind of left to your own devices.
Yeah.
I feel bad for you.
I guess it's kind of lucky that I don't, like, actually have real fangs, because, like, probably wouldn't have been good for my friends.
No. Probably not so much. Now. Leads me to my second point of business. And he's going to pull out the little manifest thing that he was writing for William. He was like, I have made a copy of this, and I'm going to be giving this to William. I need you to read this as well.
If I have
Take
to.
Take as much of it to heart as you want. I have a couple things in my possession that are very old, that are very valuable, that nobody's to know about. I'm telling you because, well, first off, I can trust you. You're one of the few people that I can trust. And secondly, I want to let you in on a little bit of a secret of mine. The whole school thing, there's a reason for it, and it's not just for community outreach.
Okay.
In due time, I'll tell you the specifics. However, things will happen eventually. I want enough people around me that I can trust to work with me, that we can make through whatever will happen safely.
Okay.
So, with that being said, third order of business, if you would please, and he takes out his little switchblade. Again, this is mostly voluntary. Then he'll cut his thumb and like stick it out.
And Chris will take it. You have solidified the third bond point, I believe, now.
Yes. Now, Chris,
Yeah.
I don't do that lightly. I truly, actually do somewhat care about you. That not in. It's more like a mentor-mentee relationship.
I mean, I don't really get why, but I appreciate it.
Similar circumstances, I'll tell you eventually. But we have to wait a little bit longer.
I guess we got time.
Oh, we have, as Lottie said, we have all the time in the world. And even some after that.
That sounds awful.
Oh, it's a daunting thought. But one way or another, we'll figure it out. Now, I'm going to leave you. Gonna have them go get some tin foil or something so you can put it up in the windows to make it darker in here during the day.
Can they go get a bag from T so I can eat in the morning if I need to?
If you need to, I can make one of them feed you.
I really kind of just like the bags more.
Okay. See what I can do.
Yeah, like I said, T can get them. I just need to get them from her. Or I guess I could go after.
If you want to, by all means.
Are you?
I believe they might have a car that you can drive.
Are you okay with me still spending time with them?
Yes, just be careful.
Okay.
People make me suspicious and make me worried.
What are you worried about?
They have ulterior motives that are counter to mine.
I mean, most people want things.
Right, but directly counter to mine. You can have ulterior motives, but if they bother what I'm attempting to prevent, or at least attempting to mitigate, that's an issue for me.
I mean, I know you don't really like that Cassidy person, and neither does T. She really hates her.
Venture and Bruja don't go together. Normally.
Oh.
So. You do what you think is right as far as the whole bag situation. You can either ask them to go get it for you or you can get it yourself. However, I'll trust your judgment.
Okay. I mean, I don't really know where else to get them from.
Right. I need to make more contacts. Anyway, I'm going to be heading off now.
Okay, I'm gonna get this cleaned up, I guess. It is a little bit of a mess. There's clothes all over the place.
I apologize for the mess. It's
Oh, I've been in worse. It's okay.
me too. However, it's still not pleasant. So, have a good nap.
Thanks. Let me know if you need me, I guess.
Unless if I feel that I need you. Stay smart.
I'll try.
Then he'll open the door again. He'll walk out.
Okay, Chris will stay upstairs. William, Oliver's just kind of been sketching and showing you different ideas and such. Like asking your opinions and what you want. And then Rufus comes down the stairs.
How's Chris feel about the place?
What?
It'll work. It's a bit dirty, but it'll work.
Hey, it was the one's room that you sent off to the other... You know, when you cut them. Like, I didn't go up in their space.
I don't blame you. And I understand. I'm just saying his exact words.
Yeah, Ethan wasn't really the cleanest person.
Between us, it's just us three there right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If he asks you to go make a run for him, I would request that you do so. Obviously, I don't have any say over whether or not you actually do, but keeps him safe, and it would make me happy.
What kind of run?
Food.
Oh, he's not gonna eat me, is he?
No. That's the reason for the run.
Okay.
Yes, he juice boxes it, typically.
Oh, yeah, one of the Nas did that. Yep.
Like I said, I have no say over your free will, but if you would, I would appreciate it. I'll probably give you less of a hard time next time I see you.
That'd be good. You guys still scare the shit out of me.
Good. With that, I'll be out in the van when you're done. Don't be too long or I'll be leaving.
And we'll say bye to Oliver and make his way out to the van.
Okay. Oliver does not walk you out. He stays at the table. So, you both get to the van, and I assume make your way towards William's Haven.
Yep. On the way, he will ask William, is he okay to still have his identity, or does he need a new one?
He has not mentioned anything to me, but I'll ask him next time I see him.
Okay, if he needs one, let me know. And that's the only thing that Rufus will have to actually say to William.
Does William have anything to say to Rufus?
Do you have a new place to park for the day?
I have roughly, I believe it's about 40 square miles. It's quite a large plot of land that I've claimed. So yes.
Just wanted to make sure that he had enough time to get back.
That's the wonders of the mobile haven. Oh, I'm tired. I'm just going to climb in the back real quick.
Okay. So, William, you're dropped off. Rufus, you make your way somewhere. I do have a question. Are you planning on using the location you gave to Alex?
Probably not.
Okay. Just wanted to know. So, revisiting Lottie real fast. So you wrap up your letter.
Yes, I wrap up my letter, and then I will send an email to my realtor, and I'll also send a quick text to King just to see how he's coming along with my list of specs that I sent him.
So the realtor does not answer you. King does, though. Yeah, I've had a couple other things pop up, so I've had to take care of those first. They seemed like a bigger priority from your coterie. But just waiting on some pieces to come in. Mike's getting a couple other things ready, too.
That's fine. Take your time. I was just wondering how it was coming along. Thanks again.
Yep. So, there was nothing else.
William is going to send a...
Lottie, was there?
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Nope. I'm
See
good.
you.
Thank you.
Make your way to bed. Okay, William.
Yeah, William's gonna send a text to Deidre letting him know what they found out about Fred.
Okay. You'd receive a thumbs up. And then, after a couple of minutes, Charlotte says thank you.
We'll update you if we find anything else.
Sounds good. So then you prepare for your day sleep. And then, Uriel, do you just go to day sleep or get ready for your sleep or anything else?
That's all they've got for now is get ready for the day sleep.
Okay. And then, Rufus, you find your parking spot. And that is it. Unless there was any last minute things for you.
Nothing for me.
Okay.
I'm all set.
Right. So, as you guys begin to bed down, the morning comes, and you fall into the undreaming state you were put into every morning. And we will wrap up this evening. Some announcements. Head to our website, totalpartykrit.com. You can find all of our stuff on there, social media sites, where our podcasts are. You can find all our YouTube stuff on there, both links to it and just the videos actually on the website as well. If you're not watching this live, you can find our stream on there as well, up in the top corner. If you scroll down on the main homepage, you can find a link to our Patreon, where it would be fabulous if you can support us. If you can't, you can support us by liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing, following, getting the word out there that we are running this game and other games as well. Next to the Patreon link, you can find a link to our Dice Legion. Well, not our Dice Legion. Our Dice Legion discount, where you can receive, I believe it's 10% off of your purchase, and we get a little bit from that, but you still get that discount. They're really nice dice makers. We've used them in a few of our other games, including this one. And you can see some of the dice being held up if you're watching, and they have dice trays, pins, lots of other things. Really nice stuff, really nice people to work with. Very helpful. And good quality dice, too. I don't think I missed anything. I know I missed a trigger warning on the beginning because I'm really bad at remembering to do that.
It's the world of darkness. Please always assume there's a trigger warning. Please take care of your mental health. Always,
Yes.
always first.
Yes, but having it audible would be good. I just really bad at remembering to do that. Dengle, stop me next time.
Or I can just do it at the end of character introductions.
I need to start remembering. I'm really bad at it. But I don't think I actually missed anything else, though.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I think you got everything.
So, thank you for joining us, and we will see you next time.